Hello, today we're going to see transitive and intransitive verbs. Transitive verbs is an action verb. It requires a direct object to complete its meaning. In other words, the action of the verb is transferred to the object directly. To determine whether a verb is transitive, ask whether the action is done to someone or something. Does someone or something receive the action of the verb? If it does, then the verb is transitive, and the person or thing that receives the action is the direct object. See, here we have some examples. The judge sentences the man to 5 years in prison. So here we have the subject, the judge, applies an action, sentences, and then to a direct object, the man. The attorney has revealed the bad news. So now tell me, who is the subject in this sentence? The attorney, right? What is the action being performed? Has revealed. And to whom or what? In this case, they reveal bad news, okay? That is what? What are revealing? Bad news. So then we have another one. Let's try the next sentence. The defendant could not provide an alibi. Okay? Then you determine who is the subject, what is the action is transmitted, and what is the direct object. To locate the direct object, the subject did something to whom, okay? Prosecutors charge people. The knife sharp edge cut the chef. Law enforcement has previously convicted the man. Identify the action and the direct object. Then we have prosecutors charge him under a habitual offender statute. Now let's talk about intransitive verbs. How is an intransitive verb different from a transitive verb? Aren't they both action verbs? Yes, an intransitive verb is an action verb, but it does not have a direct object. The action ends rather than being transferred to some person or object, or is modified by an adverb or adverb phrase. Typically, an adverb or prepositional phrase modifies an intransitive verb, or the verb ends the sentence, okay? So, how will I know if the verb is intransitive? Ask whether or not the action is done is in some way, in some directions, or to some degree. Notice this sounds like the function of an adverb. Then here we have some examples. The man decided against a plea bargain. The man is the subject. What did he do? Decide. In what particular way? Against. And notice that against a plea bargain is a prepositional phrase, okay? Because against is a preposition. He refused because of his immaturity, not his lack of morals, okay? More examples. Alice complained bitterly. Notice that this sentence ends with an adverb. At the end of the roaring 20s, the incarceration index rose slightly. Identify the intransitive verb and it's a modifier. When faced with the problem, the scholar plows. Okay, so then you have to remember the adverb or prepositional phrase answers a question about the verb. The subject did something where, example, if Charlie had run into the street, he would have been injured. The other sentence says, in 1973, the incarceration number inched upward. Then you have another clues to remember. The subject did something, how or to what degree. The statistics come in any form you like. Politicians and the public are complaining loudly. Now try do this. His blood pressure kept climbing steadily. She worked with care and precision. Then you have another one. Here says the subject is something. Why? Example, our elected officials listen because we vote. Dana's grades improved with the help of a tutor. Try this. Germany's expedition leader collapsed from the effort. Elise competes for her family. Okay, so you find out where is the intransitive verb. Finally, we have the linking verbs. A linking verb implies a state of being or condition. For the subject, not action. It links the subject to a noun, pronoun, or adjective in a sentence. The subject may be linked to a predicate nominative, a noun or pronoun or predicate adjective. Linking verbs restate the subject or they may be equivalent to the subject. The test indicates that Sarah is a genius. Okay, we have is as a linking verb and genius is a predicate nominative. Toni Morrison was the first African American woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Okay, so we have there was and then you have their woman, okay, that are indicating you the predicate nominative for this sentence. And then this one, I want you to copy it on your notebooks so you can take a shot to this chart so you can copy this sentence and identify the intransitive verbs. Keep in mind sometimes the modifiers following a linking verb may answer the question what as a direct object. Thus, for a transitive verb, they do not receive any action. Okay? In federal courts nowadays, every sentence is the same. We can ask, every sentence is what? And the answer is the same. But the same is not receiving the action of the verb, as with the transitive verbs. Same is restating or indicating the state of being a sentence. Okay? Another example can be females inmates are the fastest growing subpopulation in prison. Inmates are what? Answer, subpopulation. But the subpopulation is not being acted upon. It is reinstating or indicating the state of being of the woman. So here we have some common linking verbs. All of you know this. Okay, we have this small chart so you can remind them all the time. Appear, become, feel, get, grow, sit, look, prove, remain, seem, smell, sound, taste, and turn. All these are common linking verbs. And here we have another examples. Many verbs can be linking, transitive, or intransitive depending on their function. Examples, this is a linking. The nation's mood turned sour. The subject is not engaged in an action. Turn links moods with a state of being sore. More examples, transitive. The judge turned the pages quickly. The subject was engaged in the action turn. And that action was transferred to an object. Okay? And in this case, it's pages. And finally, intransitive, the lawyer turned suddenly toward the back of the courtroom. Okay, here practice, please. I want to complete pages 99. Write T in the blank if the underlined verb is transitive, or I if it's intransitive. Also, I want you to write in your notebooks 5 sentences with intransitive verbs and 5 with transitive verbs. Okay, guys, thank you so much. God bless you. Have a nice day.